بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. How can the person be saved from trials and tribulations? How can he achieve the happiness in this worldly life and hereafter? Three things. The first thing, the person to achieve the happiness in this worldly life and in akhirah, inshallah, is to remain in tawheed and yuwahidullah, to remain in tawheed in any action he do. Any action, his goal should be to please Allah alone. Your sacrifice should be only for Allah. You pray should be exclusively only for Allah. Your life completely should be only for Allah. And you make sure you end up your life only with the words which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala please. The Prophet says, "Man mata wa huwa ya'lamu annahu la ilaha illallah dakhala al-jannah." Whoever dies and he knows, he understands there is no God worthy of worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then for sure he will enter in Jannah. قُلْ إِنَّ الصَّلَاةِ وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ لَا شَرِيكَ لَهُ وَبِذَلِكَ أُمِرْتُ وَأَنَا أَوَّلُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Say, Ya Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, salati, my prayers, my sacrifice, my life, my death is only belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything I do is for Him. And I do not associate, partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you die as a believer. That's your result. Which means when you ask Allah. You love any person you love for the sake of Allah. You married for the sake of Allah. You hate somebody only for the sake of Allah, not for your own desires and ego. This is the beauty. You enjoy. Your life has a goal, has a mission, has a purpose. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that's why He brought us here. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Jinn and the ins, they were created only for one reason. That's the main goal. Doesn't mean we don't have the other stuff. But this is the key. Miftahul Jannah. And everything else is those teeth which you see in the key so you can open the door. So my brother, the first thing to you, remain in happiness and gain that happiness is the tawheed. It's a very important subject. You believe in His oneness. You believe in His lordship, His kingdom. You believe He is the only creator. You believe He is the only deserved to be worshipped. You believe in His names and attributes. He is unique, self-sufficient. He doesn't have a father or mother. Now they have a kids. He is the creator. And everything under Him is His creation. That's the beauty of Islam. That's the beauty of Islam, to separate between the creator, Khaliq, and Makhluk. How the creator become a creation in the same time. So many people believe in this. God to incarnate in human body, to limit his knowledge, to limit his power. If he limit his knowledge, which is unlimited, and his power, then he's not God anymore. How can God be all-knowing and at the same time be ignorant? It's boggling your mind. So Islam is common sense. He's the creator and creation. And you only bow down to him. That is the freedom you achieve when you know you only bow down to the one who made you, the maker, the one who deserves to be worshipped. That's why one of the people who converted in Islam long time ago, Malcolm X, he said, the only time I felt I'm free when I bow down, ruku, to Allah. Then I realized, now I'm free. I don't bow to humans. I don't bow to the creation, statues, idols. I don't bow to the grave. I don't ask for the dead person who cannot even help himself. You're waiting for my prayers. You see the beauty? So the Tawheed, إذا سألت فاسأل الله وإذا استعنت فاستعن بالله. The Tawheed. The second part, which you can achieve the happiness in this worldly life, is the Ta'ah. Ta'ah, obedience to Allah and His Messenger. That you achieve the love of Allah. قل إن كنتم تحبون الله فاتبعوني يحببكم الله. Look, Allah has put as a condition to you gain His love and to to prove your love Allah is to follow this messenger Muhammad ibn Abdullah in everything he said. Follow him with no condition. Any person you follow him with condition. What is the condition? Produce the proof. Alim, Imam, he said produce your proof. He has a proof, and that proof is authentic, is from the mouth of the Prophet, is from the word of Allah. Then we obey. Why we obey? Because he give us a proof from the Ma'asum, infallible, the one who doesn't speak with his own desires. Allah says, إن تنازعتم فإن تنازعتم في شيء فردوه إلى الله والرسول. You come in dispute, where you go return? To Allah, His words, and to His messenger. His words is preserved. This is the key. So in this case, there is no hate between the people. You bring me a man, I bring you a man. You bring me Imam, I bring you the Imam. So therefore, any person, no matter how high he is and how dear he is to us, his qawl, his word is not dalil until he produces dalil. This is our deen. Because the only one who we know is in Jannah is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we know only person who will be in Jannah after Prophet Muhammad is those people which Prophet Muhammad told us they will be in Jannah. Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali. So if I grab by their thawb, by their clothes, I know they will drag me in Jannah. Because the Prophet told them, you are from the people of the Jannah when they were still alive. So a ta'ah is very important, my brothers and sisters. And innovation, bringing something by thinking because you're doing something good, is very dangerous in Islam. Why is dangerous? Because everything which is complete doesn't accept addition. Everything which is complete doesn't accept addition. Take a cup with the water and try to fill it up, and when it's full, try to add more. Will drop, will do. Doesn't go. So unless we believe this deen is complete, which means the knowledge of this, what Allah has left to us through the Prophet, is enough to you gain in Jannah. And what is our goal? Jannah. Any knowledge which Allah didn't mention in His book and the Prophet didn't explain to the Sahaba, we don't need that knowledge, regardless when we talk about the deen, not the knowledge of the worldly life. That is to gain some worldly life. I'm talking about the absolute happiness in dunya and akhirah. Hadith Abu Hurairah, قال صلى الله عليه وسلم كل أمتي يدخلون الجنة إلا من أبى. He said, my ummah, they all will enter in Jannah. Not Tawheed, except the one who refused. The Sahaba say, Ya Rasulullah, وَمَنْ يَأْبَى? Who is that person who will refuse to enter in Jannah? Subhanallah. Listen to the Prophet. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم من أطاعني دخل الجنة ومن عصاني فقد أبى. Whoever follows me, no condition. Not is not time, it's time change. The deen is for every place and time and generation, because it's coming from Allah. ألا يعلم من خلق وهو اللطيف الخبير. The one who created, he doesn't know which generation you live. قل أتعلمون الله بدينكم. Are we going to teach Allah about religion who came from Him? So everybody who obeys Prophet Muhammad with no condition, دخل الجنة. You close your eyes and you follow him. Don't worry, he's in a straight path. The rest, don't close your eye. Don't be blind follower. No, open your eye and make sure you take only the one which is approved is from the mouth of the Prophet. The rest, you put it aside, and that doesn't mean you do not respect the Imam or the Sheikh. No. From the respect of the Imam is to not exaggerate and take his word and put him equal to the word of the Prophet Muhammad. It's dangerous. There is no Imam or human who can be in that level. Imagine Abu Bakr and Umar. One time Ibn Abbas was telling to the Sahaba, he said the Umrah and the Hajj, they are together now. Which means from now on we do the Hajj Tamattu. We do Umrah and then we do Hajj. The Prophet didn't do that. But he told the Sahaba, أُدْخِلَتِ الْعُمْرَةُ فِي الْحَجِّ إِلَى يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ. Jibreel came and told me now the Umrah is with Hajj together till Yawm al-Qiyamah. So the Prophet didn't have chance, because Allah called him to do that Hajj. But already established the Sunnah, he said, because that's how the Hajj will be. So when Ibn Abbas was walking and he told the people this hadith, they said, but Abu Bakr and Umar, they don't do that Hajj. They still do the Hajj Ifrad. What Ibn Abbas says, he said, Allahu Akbar. قال أراهم سيهلكون. I see like the destruction will come. إني أخاف أن ينزل علينا حجرة من السماء. So I'm afraid Allah will stone us from above the heavens. Why? Why all this worry? Why always this warning? He say, إني أقول قال رسول الله وأنتم تقولون قال أبو بكر وعمر. لا إله إلا الله. Bakr, Umar. Can you imagine that Imam Al-Faruq? Shaitan is running away from him. He said, I'm telling you the Prophet says, and you tell me Abu Bakr and Umar says. Can anybody open his mouth after this statement to say, you say the Prophet Muhammad says this? He said, no, my madhab says this. La ilaha illallah. Dangerous. May Allah open our heart. Stick with the Prophet Muhammad. Wallahi, Allah proved to us He completed the deen. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. Allah proved He completed His religion and His blessing upon us. And He chose for us this Islam. Why He chose? Because it's complete. Now follow, you will not be misguided. So this is the beauty. Every ummah will enter in Jannah except the one who rejected. Who rejected Rasulullah? Man ata'ani, who follows me, he enters in Jannah. Who chooses somebody else, he has rejected Jannah. Because the key of the Jannah belongs to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the first door, first person which the door will open for him. May Allah make us understand this. The third, shortly, my brother, to achieve the happiness in this worldly life and hereafter is birrul walidain. La ilaha illallah. We are in a dangerous time, my brother. The parents being disrespected, dishonored, thrown to the nursing home. He been put in a corner. He doesn't even take his advice, no matter because he's too old. He's expired. He's busy now with his wife, with his kids. Look what the Isa says. وَبَرًّا بِوَالِدَتِي وَلَمْ يَجْعَلْنِي جَبَّارًا شَقِيًّا. He said, make me kind to my mother. He didn't make me arrogant and full of anger against my nation, my people. The scholar says, the person who disobey his parents, he will live Jabbar and Shaqi. No happiness, arrogant, evil soul. Very difficult life in dunya. And Allah will send somebody for him as a torture to pay the price what he has done to his parents. And whoever is barran biwalidatihi or biwalidayhi, whoever is kind to his parents, no matter how old they are, as long as they are alive, their feet the Jannah is there, kiss their feet, rub their feet and their hand, forehead, because the Jannah is there. Awsat abab al-Jannah, the biggest door of the Jannah is your parents. So the ulama says, if you are kind, then you will be just like Isa, not arrogant, neither shaqi. You will be happy. So my brothers and my sisters, 3 things put in your mind and do what Allah and the Messenger said. You will see your happiness in this worldly life, and you will see the happiness when you will be dipped, one dip in Jannah. La ilaha illallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us understanding of this deen and grant us to know who Allah is, to follow Prophet Muhammad, and to be extremely kind to our parents. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد